Hey, welcome back to part one of our multi-part series of, hey, we're in a hotel room as our house gets rebuilt from...
Not rebuilt, just the kitchen and the whole first floor and stairwell being painted and the kitchen being redone.
Our house is being rebuilt because, Smeg had wanted a check for us reviewing Asylum movies because he does that stuff. So he said it was free to mention him, but apparently not.
Yeah, it's gonna cost us.
Either that, it was either him. It was either him or that long-haired creepy guy. Put a cease and desist for us reviewing Scooby-Doo movies. Oh well. Didn't say we're experts, so...
We're not paid, so
this
we're not
is
experts.
Also
experts doing expert work? No.
This is another, in the series of, hey, if you want to criticize us for having no taste in movies...
Yeah.
We're going to fart on a cult 80s film. You see the title either up there, down there, this way or that way, so we might as well crank it up to 11. This is Spinal Tap. Disclaimer. Disclaimer, there's only maybe like 4 or 5 movies that we've reviewed where I would say if you like the movie and I didn't, you're the problem.
Not this one.
This is not one. This, Commando, and Joker, look, if you love those movies, that is fine.
Power to you. Thumbs up.
We just didn't. So this movie stars Christopher Guest, Rob Reiner, Harry Shearer, Michael McKean.
Fran Dressler.
She's in a very small cameo.
Yeah. Billy Crystal.
Again, small cameo. Paul Schaefer, smaller cameo.
Yeah.
The God himself, Fred Willard, rest in peace.
What is that? The one drummer with the thick glasses? Bill... Oh, God, what was his name? Anyway, they had a lot of famous actors throughout this doing different roles. Limo driver, drummer, hosting a party, producer. Rob Reiner was a filmmaker, and he was doing this whole thing. What other did they have?
Did I say Christopher Guest or Christopher Rich?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I think Christopher Guest directed this movie.
With Rob Reiner and another person.
If a lot of this felt like, who wrote this?
They had a good imagination.
Well,
the poor drummers.
Well, here's Ed Begley Jr.
Yes, that's who it was. The blonde, tall guy with the thick glasses, that drummer.
Hey, that reminds me of Jimi Hendrix from Zombie 90.
Oh. Who was the
white dude with short blonde hair? Hey, that's Jimi Hendrix.
I don't remember the lady, the actress that was the person at the airport.
Jimmy, you look nothing like you did at Woodstock.
No, she kept going. He kept doing the alarms. I've got coins in my pocket.
I just realized.
Oh, I got a fork.
Oh, that person at the airport. Okay.
Oh God.
When you mentioned someone with thick glasses, all I thought was Buddy Holly.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just okay.
I was talking about the drummer.
I'm gonna get very far into. This is just gonna be a free for all. Just talk about the movie.
Well, maybe we should kind of go in sequence, okay?
I'm just curious.
So
I'm just curious. The girlfriend, was that meant to be a reference to Yoko Ono?
I don't know. But Yoko Ono and John Lennon.
Paul McCartney, I thought it was.
Well, no, she was with John Lennon. Linda McCartney was with Paul. And that's when John and Paul, we shouldn't get into it because there's a whole Beatles thing on Disney that we don't have Disney Channel. Shame on us.
Yeah, we do. We just don't have Disney Plus.
Okay, we don't have the streaming Disney. So we won't be able to see the Beatles thing. But that's kind of when John and Paul were kind of having different artists. Okay. And then they just kind of were going their own artistic way, and that's when him and Yoko Ono. Yoko Ono.
Do you even remember her name in this movie?
That blonde chick? That was the girlfriend, and then he referred to her as his wife, and he's like, I'm not married yet. No, but anyway. So anyway, here we have a band, two guys that wrote a song when they were 5 to 7 years of age.
No, they were like 7 to 8, and then a few years later they made a song called How to Get Home or something.
Yeah.
Or Go Home.
Yeah. So then they were with other bands. Both of them were with different bands, and then they got together and then created the first name, then the second name, and then finally Spinal Tap. So they had gone through...
I think they wanted to call themselves the Originals, but there was another...
There was somebody already called the Originals.
There was another band in... Europe called the Originals, so we called ourselves the New Originals. And then they disbanded.
Oh my god.
So we're like, well, can we call ourselves the Originals now? It's like, no, well, the name's already taken. Oh, well, we're used to it. What did they say in 17 years they produced 15 albums?
I don't remember. That's a lot of albums.
Dang, Boston, step it up! There's a joke that a comedian says, like, dang, Boston's the laziest band. They put out 5 albums since 1976 or something. It's like, dang, step it up. Jimi Hendrix is dead and he puts out 3 a year.
But Boston is legendary. Anyway, so I was wondering, when they had the first name, is that when they had one drummer and he accidentally died?
Should we say how he died?
Well, which came first?
He was the first. I think he was the first drummer to die. Where he
tried to stand up on his drums and crashed.
No, that was like the second one. I think second or third one. The first one died choking on vomit. Not his own vomit, but it's hard. You can't dust for fingerprints on vomit. I'm pretty sure you can dust it for saliva, but whatever.
Right. So that one, the cop said to just brush it away, leave it alone. We won't go any further.
So they got another drummer. That one might have died from...
Well, they showed it. He was standing up on his seat, and he crashed into the drums on stage and accidentally died.
And then the third one just turned into light and just
turned
evaporated?
Green and blew up.
No, I thought it turned into light.
I thought he blew up.
Oh.
He turned green and then blew up.
And they have amplifiers that crank it up to...
11. But then they leave the one on 10. So then Rob Reiner asked him, if that's the main one, why don't you crank that one to 11 and leave the others on 10? Nigel was not the smartest tool in the shed.
Were any of them super smart?
Oh, God.
Oh, wait, who's the guy that did inches instead of feet?
Nigel.
Okay.
Nigel.
That was...
Nigel wrote a song, Stonehenge. And then,
Stonehenge.
And then he puts a drawing on a napkin, and instead of 11 feet tall, he put 11 inches.
11 inches by 18 inches.
Oh, God. And then they used it on stage, and everybody was looking at the leprechauns. The leprechauns. They were taller than Stonehenge.
Hey, Hey, hold on. They're not leprechauns.
They're little people. I'm sorry.
No, they're Bratzies from that movie Yoga Hosers, one of your favorite movies.
Oh my God.
Well,
and then the manager was messing up all the time.
Wait. You'll correct me. You're a big fan of the movie Tiptoes.
I don't think I've ever seen it. Anyway.
Brad, I ripped you off again. That was from 31, the midnight screenings.
So their manager just could not get it together.
Yeah, like
they were in the one dressing room. Okay, this was
about the food?
Nigel and the food. He had little pieces of bread.
Like crackers, pretty much.
No, they were bigger than crackers. I forget. It's like a bruschetta-sized piece of bread. Okay?
Yeah, and like full-size ham, cheese.
So then the manager was like, well, you fold the meat twice, and then you fold it in half, and then half again, and that'll fit on the bread.
And then he was folding the bread. It's like...
Well, you can't fold the bread then either because it just falls apart.
Well, he was also talking about olives, how some of them had something in them and some of them
were
didn't.
Stuffed with pimento and some of them weren't. Oh my God. This just won't work. It just won't work.
What was another...
Well, is this going to bother you? Are you able to still go out there and play? Yeah, sure, I will play.
There was something...
Give me whole pieces of bread. And the whole piece of bread would have been bigger than the piece of ham or whatever it was.
And then there was the,
Yeah.
they had the album Smelled the Glove.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently it was like a naked woman covered in oil.
And she had a dog collar on.
And a guy a hand holding the leash, and like
the other hand,
her being suffocated with the glove, and they're like, yeah, that's
just put it in her face.
Like, yeah, that's a little sexist.
Yeah.
They're like, sex doesn't have to sell. Look at the White Album. And so with their album Smell the Glove, it was just a
black album cover.
Yeah.
But it's just black.
Wasn't there an album called the Black Album?
I don't know.
A rock album?
I don't know. I know the white. The white was by the Beatles. And then during the Flower Powers, when they were younger, it reminded me sort of the Monkees, but the Monkees had more rhythm and more
Duran or Casey and the Sunshine Band?
No. Casey and the Sunshine Band had a lot more going for it than... Yeah. But... so then Nigel gets upset. Okay, the manager quits.
Who sings that song? Hot towns, I'm in the city.
Yeah. And then that has more rhythm than what they were doing.
Was it ABBA that they were doing then?
No, I don't know.
Or Elvis?
I don't know. It was just Flower Power because it had like...
and then it went psychedelic like we were watching Strange Magic again?
Yeah. It had the flower like... if you remember the old dating game... match game, no, not match game, the dating game.
Yeah.
How these big flowers were the background for them.
Either the old version or the one with Zoe Deschanel, if that's still going.
I don't think so. But anyway, so the manager quits, and then the girlfriend of the lead singer, she's trying to manage them. She gets them in at a military base.
Air Force Base.
Yeah, and that didn't go so well. He's like, yeah, can you play a couple slow songs? Their slow song was, yeah.
What was the slow song? It's like...
It wasn't their farm song, and it wasn't the Big Buns. I don't remember.
What was it? It was like Something to Hell or...
Oh, God. And then she gets them in at, like a Holiday Inn or something, and they couldn't find the stage.
Oh, no, that one was before.
They couldn't find the stage. Oh,
and
my
then
God.
The third one, it's probably not, but I know that it's... Yeah, it was Six Flags Magic Mountain at that point.
The puppet show and
Spinal Tap. Yeah, it was weird. It's like almost all of the times it was like it would be like Miley Cyrus and Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Or like puppets and Spinal Tap. Live with what is it, Kelly and Ryan or Kelly? Oh, Live with Kelly and Michael and Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
It was just, yeah.
So she wasn't doing any better. And so then their one song is number 6 on the charts in Japan. And Nigel comes back to tell them.
Yeah, after Nigel left because... Was it because there was like a recording going on?
There was a recording and he couldn't do his thing. And oh, remember the pods? That didn't work.
Yeah.
And he saw the other 2 band members go into it, and then he's like stuck with an arm. Yeah. The pod, they had a blowtorch to get him out. Oh God. Oh, it's just everything went wrong for this band.
Maybe we need to rewatch it, or no.
No, it'll put me to sleep. So anyway, then they end up in Japan.
Why were they British?
Because most of the bands came out of Britain. Because they were going to the U.S. And none of their albums were released in the U.S. yet. And they just started releasing them, remember?
Oh, so it's like Joe Nesbo's The Snowman series.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Joe Nesbo fans. The Joe Nesbo Harry Hole series.
No. We don't need to bring that up.
Because the Snowman...
No!
No, it's entirely G-rated.
Yeah, but you don't need to bring it up.
The Snowman was the first of his books to be made into a series. It was the first movie, but it was like the 7th book, because in Europe, they were released starting with the Snowman, they were released like in the original order, but in the US, they were released out of order.
Okay.
And I guess The Snowman was the first one to be released in the US.
Okay.
That movie made no sense.
Yeah.
Also The Snowman. This movie made more sense than The Snowman.
Yeah.
If you like it, that's fine. Not a huge fan of it. Maybe I'm probably that kind of person that British humor probably isn't the strongest for me.
I don't think it was much British humor. I think it was
British accents, I should say.
It was just everything that could go wrong with a band just starting out. It did.
Technically, they weren't starting out. They were like 15 years in. Or 17
But just coming to the States.
Yeah.
The last concert series, it did show the Japanese flag in the back, the white with the circle.
So was Spinal Tap 2 going to be in Japan?
No, well, they were there. I don't know. There hasn't been a Spinal Tap 2.
No,
if there was, started in Japan series and come over, maybe.
Spinal Tap 3, live in Dubai.
Probably not, because they would be old fogies. Well, no, a lot of bands are making a comeback.
This was released in like 82, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they were already in their 20s.
So you could do one in 84, one in 86.
Well, not Dubai, though.
Live in Saudi Arabia.
I wanted to see them come to Milwaukee and see what they were going to play there.
Live in Africa.
Whatever. But anyway, it did have some humor, a lot of humor to it. I found some scenes very, very funny. But I don't think I could sit through it again.
You were having trouble sitting through it the first time.
I know. I'm like, oh my god.
This is better. We liked this better than Joker. And you could tell when they were dragging because so much of it was ad-libbed.
Yeah. Well, when Nigel left the band and they were like, trying to figure out what songs they were going to do, and they're like, oh, that's Nigel's part. No, Nigel does that. No, Nigel does that. Well, we could just have interpretive, what did he say, bluegrass music. And the audience was there for Spinal Tap, and here they are. And it's like nobody was playing together. They were all playing separate. And it looked like towards the end, the keyboard guy ended up on the drums, and the drummer ended up on the keyboards. I don't know what was going on there.
Here, by the way, fun fact. Apparently, the original cut of this movie, because of the ad-libbing, was like 4 hours long.
Oh, my God.
And they trimmed it down to like 83 minutes.
Okay.
But sure, the Snyder Cut needed to be released first.
So they trimmed out like all the in-between talking and getting ready for the shows. So
probably
it was
well, at least 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours would have been cut then.
Yeah.
What would they have talked about for that long?
Well, Rob
Were they just alternate takes?
Maybe, I don't know. Rob Reiner kept asking them questions, like, oh, to Nigel, what would you do if you didn't do rock and roll?
Oh, no, probably something that involves drugs and women.
No. He said sell something.
Who's the person who said, like, maybe be a teacher or something?
Work with kids?
Yeah, it's like...
That was the other guitar guy with the pipe. So
do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, please.
If you're a fan of Spinal Tap, that's great. Well, probably, maybe...
You gonna fall asleep just in the comments?
Maybe maybe we'll see it again one day, and maybe we won't do a second review. Maybe we'll change our mind.
I won't get it on Blu-ray or DVD. No.
We should probably watch this on a DVD player or something. Join us next time when... Join us next time when we take a look at a Bruno Mattei film.
Oh.
Wait! Bruno Mattei?
No.
Ooh, I know who to rip off now.